Welcome to the Gin Club podcast. I'm Mitch. We've got Cal.
Hiya.
And we've got Robson.
Evening.
What are you drinking tonight, boys?
I went shit last week, and I thought that was a shit idea.
Just last week?
Just last week.
2 weeks ago. Oh, dickhead! I brought a shit gin last week, just to be more accurate there. And I thought this week I'm going to get a nice one, so I've done a Mitch. I've got a mini.
Oh, where'd you get your mini from?
I got it in a Tesco food shop. I
Yeah,
think.
can't knock that. I can't knock that.
Did you claim your club card points, yeah?
Yeah, you got to build them up. You know what I mean? I've got a cupboard full of pointless gins that I'm never going to drink, so it sorts me that.
Yeah, all with one shot out of it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Don't drink gin casually, drink it for a podcast. It's a Scottish gin, and I know he said that they should stick to heroin.
And Iron Brew.
Yeah, and Iron Brew. We're going to give a third chance. Hendrick's gin, bottled and distilled in Scotland.
Yeah, it's a posh gin.
And your dad's Scottish, Rob.
He is. It's this one for the Glaswegians. That was the shitty
We
accent.
said they should stick to heroin.
Oh, my God.
I think the family's going to disown me after that one as well. Here we go.
This on you after that accent.
Yeah, and then I've got that with. I thought posh gin deserves posh lemonade. Schweppes have fucked me off. I'm not happy with them. We've fallen out. So I've got Whitley's premium lemonade.
Right, Carl, what are you drinking? Sausage?
So I went to Food Warehouse to get some pre-cooked doner meat and chicken tikka.
Brilliant. Staple diet.
Good start.
So as I was walking past, I saw on the shelf that they do actually have pre-made gins.
We love a pre-made
So I've
gin,
got-
don't we?
Food Warehouse, 90p this cost.
This is a
And it
challenge.
says premium mixed Alfie gin and tonic. So some lad called Alfie tried the dream, like we've tried the podcast dream, and ended up selling it in Food Warehouse.
He's done well.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Look, Food Warehouse is always busy, isn't it?
he's about to get the review of the century on the podcast of the century.
Honestly,
So
we should have reached out to Alfie, to be fair.
we should have got him sponsored. We could have tagged this.
It's manufactured in the EU from Manchester. Why don't you manufacture it in Manchester?
It's always a question, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's quite a nice little can. Bit of double printing on some lettering on it, but we'll go with it.
For 99p.
I'm gonna pop it. I'm gonna pop it as well because we've got to test the strength
We
of
love a crack.
the old tin. Yeah, so just gotta get. I ain't got any fingernails. I bit all my fingernails off, so I can't get under.
This is a poor effort.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
Weak.
It sounded weak, you know.
Very
No,
weak.
I like it in a few sections.
But there were none of that.
Crunch.
No, not that.
Yeah,
Do you know
there
that's
wasn't
the.
any
So we've got a little bit of pour in here. Just for look at that for some ASMR. Lovely. If I were to put lemons in it, it'd cost more than the actual gin and tonic, so I'm not bothering. What are you drinking, Mitch?
All right, so I've gone for some pre-mixed as well. I haven't done a pre-mix yet, so this is my first. And I've gone for two. I nipped to Lidl earlier today. Thought, do you know what? I ain't got a gin tonight. We'll get a pre-mix.
Not like us to get ready last minute.
No, it was all in the planning. I knew I was going to Lidl, so
Yeah, everyone
that's what
says
we'll
it at the last
say,
minute.
It is a Hortus. That's Hortus. I like to think of it as a mix between a horse and a tortoise. Hortus.
Or a spell that Harry Potter could cast.
Yeah.
Hortus Ginus.
It's Hortus. Pink gin and tonic.
Oh, pink gin.
It's a massive 6.5% volume.
Oof.
And that's all I've got for you, really. It don't really say much else. It says the perfect serve on it. I'll be the judge of that. And that's what we've got. Suitable for vegetarians and vegans, if you're interested in that.
Oh, it's an inclusive gin.
Very inclusive.
One for the. I don't think there's many gin and tonics that's not suitable for vegans.
We've got some fancy gins today, haven't we?
And it's in date, which is always good.
Mm-hmm.
Not needed, but better.
I do have a second gin, which Do you know what? I'll delve into that when we come
Oh.
to it.
Pulling a me and bringing 2 gins. Stylish.
Yeah, that's the life, baby.
Are we making money out of this podcast or something? Why how have you boys got so much money for extra gin?
We're
Mate,
predicting it.
It was £1.10 for a can.
No.
So posh
Right.
but budget gins today.
Right, so I'll give this a crack. I ain't got a glass. I'm drinking it straight from tin because I'm fucking well hard. Ready?
Better. That was the crack I wish Carl's had.
Yeah.
But it was weak again. It was very easy going through that top bit.
There was no 2-stage, just a 1-stage action.
Yeah, feel that.
I've just had a taste. I can tell you it's fucking awful. Right.
Can't wait for you to finish it.
That might still be there by the time we get to the second one. Right then. What have you been up to this week, lads? Anything good, Cal?
So Jackson's been a bit poorly, and he has these things called mini maestros. So it's like a group where basically before lockdown, they'd all like loads of babes would get together and they'd all like hammer each other, with toys and stuff like that. And then all parents sit around and clap and sing with them and stuff.
I thought you said
Stuff that I'm-
babes then, like
Yeah, I
sexy
did
women.
as well.
Like,
Yeah.
Loads of babes.
I was like, yeah,
Chinning
boy,
each other
this
with
is
toys.
where we getting this.
Need me a kid.
Sure, I've searched that before. Not I need me a kid. I mean, babes chinning each other with toys. There's potential. So, I've lost my train of thought now.
I can't do it.
So,
God.
So it's called mini maestros, and it's like preschool, I guess, for babies.
Yeah.
But obviously they have to do it online now because of the old Rona.
Right.
Um,
Go on.
So it's this woman that basically like sings and stuff, and then old babies like clap and join in. It's like like nursery rhymes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
Sounds
the kids
cute.
stuff.
Yeah, stuff that I'm not interested in whatsoever.
Stuff that's happening while you're thinking about babes hitting each other with fluff toys.
Yeah, that's the one. So I've got to get to work, so I'm thinking I need to iron my clothes here. So I storm downstairs with jeans in my hand and shirt, not realising it's the same day that Mini Maestros is on. So I walk straight through the living room door, straight onto the webcam. So all these 1-year-olds and all their like mums and dads just saw me in my boxers, and I just walked in, looked at the TV screen, and then turned around and walked straight back out.
Give him a quick flash, walk on, walk off.
And Jess were like, Callum!
It kind of reminds me of that news reporter that had that massive dildo on a shelf in background.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of good backgrounds.
Loads of them. Robson, what about you? Anything exciting?
Well, I mean, I've got a tradition on this podcast of being shite, and so I've got other topics, but I brought a fact this week because nothing. Got nothing.
Nada.
Got nothing for you. Not that I'm unprepared. Weirdly, my fact is Scottish though, and I've just realised that I've got a Scottish gin. So I'm theming it.
Yeah, gonna say run the theme.
So this year, they celebrated Burns Night in Scotland by launching a haggis into space.
Brilliant.
I actually can't think of anything more Scottish.
It's a best value as well. They didn't even buy a good haggis. It's just because that's
It will
extra
be more
cheap.
Scottish.
Heroin.
Yeah, I'm going to Scottish it up. Heroin addicts playing bagpipes, playing a guy who's got one of them big fucking trees with the haggis on the top, and he launches the lumber and the haggis into space while fireworks go off over Edinburgh Castle. That is the most Scottish thing you could ever do.
And I am
On
brew.
the- Yeah, someone's drinking.
Yeah, while they're all necking iron brew and there's little Scottish terriers running around.
Yeah, it's a very Scottish scene.
I'm sure that's something like what happened. I've not researched how they launched it, but it's something like that, I imagine.
Did they all lift the kilts up and wave the knobs at us as it was going up?
They all did it, but one, instead of getting the knob out, threw a haggis into the air. The article I seen it on said it was the first haggis in space, which no shit. Mitch, what have you been up to this week?
So, as you may all be aware, it was a little bit sunnier this past few days. Not yesterday.
Did you
such.
burn?
I almost put sun cream on. Almost. It hit 10.5 degrees by my
Mitch
thermometer.
definitely burnt.
And we had a barbecue.
Oh, I noticed you having a
Jesus.
barbecue. I thought this is literally the only day of sun this week.
It's the most British thing I've ever done.
Did you wear shorts?
I did. I had
Jesus
sunglasses
Christ.
on and everything.
Goosebumps
tell you
on
what-
legs.
I went outside and it was fucking freezing.
Dickhead.
Dark fruits out for boys and that.
Music on. Bet there were people walking past going, "It smells like a barbecue. What fucking knobhead's doing that?" Yeah, that was us. We
In
were having a
February?
barbecue. In
February?
It was February, yeah.
You can guess what I did.
Went fishing.
Yep. Can you guess how many fish I caught?
None.
Oh, is it total
There you
zero?
go.
No likes, no
That's-
comments.
That's 20 hours without
Just
catching anything.
sitting
Brilliant.
next to a rod. Do you hold the rod, or are you one of them that puts it in a stand?
He's got a
No,
stand.
it goes in a stand.
Yeah,
Jesus. So for 20 hours, you sat next to a rod.
I fell asleep 2.5 hours.
That's why you
So
didn't catch fuck
you
all.
could have caught some of them.
Maybe.
Or do you have one of them alarms?
No, I have alarms.
You've got an
That's it.
alarm.
Yeah, that's
It's not
the
even
way.
fishing.
This is
really.
not fishing. This is not fishing.
You're just waiting for an alarm clock to go off.
But
And then winding a
let you go to
string.
sleep though, doesn't it?
Yeah, let me go to sleep.
Yeah, win-win. Right, so this pod's topic is nostalgia. So childhood nostalgia, that's right, isn't it? It's generally what nostalgia is.
I read it as trauma, so this is gonna be fun.
You fucking idiot.
Oh, God.
I'm going to go first, because I like to throw that in every now and again. I was struggling a little bit. Like, you know, when you put on the spot to think of something and you can't think of something. But then, like the Silver Linings one, I could not think of anything for that.
Oh,
And
every
then once
time.
we'd recorded, I was like, fuck me, there's loads.
Yeah,
Oh,
after
well
the
and all.
stress is off, you think of them all at once.
Yeah, exactly. So I've had a little think about it, and I just had a thought of a memory, and it's do you remember those aliens? Them little
Yeah.
toy aliens that are in the
I know
the
what you're
goo,
going to say.
right?
Oh yeah, and they grew
Mm,
potentially.
they didn't though, did they? And there was always that fucking weird kid, wasn't there, at school that said that he'd made his aliens have babies.
I knew you were gonna say
Stick 'em back
babies.
to back.
That's a common rumor, but how did he do it? Is it real?
No, it's not real
Why did everyone think it then?
because people are idiots, mate.
Someone at school said that mine were gay because it didn't do it.
I think that person was projecting.
So I've had a look into the old rumor that the two aliens in goo could procreate.
Oh
And
yeah.
Just before I get started, it's bullshit. They cannot procreate.
It's
They're
not.
just little pieces of rubber.
What about growing? Do they grow?
No, they don't grow. They don't get any bigger. There's none
I
of
s-
that. It is
I-
what it is.
I swore mine grew.
No, they
You
didn't.
can get some that do grow, though.
Right, well, these ones didn't grow.
I didn't have the upmarket ones. We have touched on that my dad's Scottish.
All right, okay. So there was one theory that if you put them in the fridge, that they would procreate and they'd have babies. Don't get why that'd work, but there you go.
Kids
another
didn't really
the-
know how it worked.
And also, as a human being, I don't think I could procreate if it's fucking freezing.
No, yeah, exactly. Like, but they're aliens, though. They're not human beings, so you know, let's not discriminate.
We don't on this pod.
Yeah. Another theory was to lock them in the dark without any goo. So you had to pick all the goo out and pick them all off, put them in the dark.
Oh
place in the
yeah,
little
and then
egg.
if it went wrong, people would be like, "Oh, you must have left some goo on it."
Yeah, that was the yeah. Another theory was that you had to rub them together for them to procreate. So you'd rub them together.
That
and
kid
then
knows
leave
how
them for a
sex
few
works.
hours. Yeah,
I'm
like,
sure that's what my uncle said to me once.
and that was it. So, did either of you truly believe that they could have babies?
I still do. I'm unchanged. I'm gonna be honest. In fact, give me 2 subscribers. Give me 1 subscriber, and I'll fucking buy one and test it.
I did at the time, and it was always the back-to-back thing.
Yeah,
But then when someone said that mine were gay, I was like, "There's no real point having this then if it don't reproduce." So quite bigoted, really, as an 8-year-old.
As it is with all life.
Do you remember having like, I want to say umbilical cords, but obviously they were not umbilical cords. They had like the legs and the arms, and then they had like another bit coming out of them.
I think they just had a fat old outie, didn't they?
Yeah, but
And they were always curled up like babies.
I always heard that if you like wrapped those around each other, that's what would help them to have babies.
Oh, a little bit of penile to penile.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, bit of nostalgia there for you. Bit of bullshit.
Does the jelly that it's in, does that evaporate or something?
No, it's just a weird feeling, isn't it?
So they literally just exist. We all made everything up about them.
Yeah. Like,
I don't know how you're not grasping this, Rob.
This is childhood trauma.
I don't. I can't. You can't grasp that 2 pieces of rubber made in China can't reproduce.
Where did we get it all from? I just don't understand.
oh, it actually crashed onto the earth.
I see, in those little pods.
Yeah.
And then the people in the pod found them, were like, we'll sell these in shops for $1.99. Genius idea.
Shall I tell you what? On that note, how many bearings did you have in your yo-yo?
What?
Can you remember that?
No.
What does that mean?
So, I'm a bit older than you are. Fuck's sake.
Only about
does that
3.
mean?
It's only a few years, is it?
So, your yo-yos, you could get this one called an X-brain, and it were like a yo-yo with like 8-ball bearings inside the actual yo-yo, and you could stall it for like fucking 20 minutes.
Oh, that's epic. That's epic. I'll give you that.
And there was always that dick at school that could like walk the dog and then fucking spin it round and do a big fucking...
I can do all
they called
that.
it the thong or something.
I can do that with a regular yo-yo, so I might have had one of them.
Little Christmas cracker yo-yo.
I'm sick with yo-yos, honestly. Yeah, exactly what I mean. Christmas, I just fucking fuck the family off. Yo-yo all day. And Boxing Day. Fuck them. Get pro like eating dinner together.
Yo all day.
Because we had talent shows with kids playing like yo-yo and stuff, but there were that other thing as well called a Diablo. Can you remember them?
Oh, that sounds hardcore.
No, I can't remember.
So how can I describe it? So if you put, it's basically 2 like balls cut in half. So imagine you cut a football in half.
Yeah.
And then turn it
Put them
round.
back to back.
Yeah. So that the both wide bits are like opposite each other, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then you got a rope attached to
I
2
know
pieces
what
of wood
a
on either
fucking
side.
Diablo is. I just didn't know what it was
And you'd
called.
fucking chin it to make it go really fast, and then you throw it up in air and catch it.
Yeah.
Is that just a reverse yo-yo?
No.
Well, it could be seen as. I think it's a yo-yo that's not attached, but
you-
they got banned in our school because people were spinning them up and then just flicking them at each
Oh,
other.
so
and
it's
obviously they were pretty
essentially
heavy.
like a double Beyblade.
Yeah, Beyblade.
And you just rip
attached
it at
2
people,
tips.
yeah.
Yeah, and you could just stand there spinning it up. They were quite big, and then you just fucking
Yeah,
chin
they
it
were
at
quite
someone's
big.
face.
They were quite big, you're right.
They were hefty bastards.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Jess got me one like 3 years ago for Christmas because I talked about it once. Do you like when your relationship gets to like 7 or 8 years down the line, you're like, what the fuck?
What do I
for
get
Christmas
you?
now?
Is it okay to get flowers, or shall I get them something real? Or
Yeah, and it's always like a passing comment that you made. Oh, I quite enjoyed Pokemon.
it's always from
when I
her
was
though.
8.
She was like, "Oh yeah, you said this once 3 years ago on a Tuesday at 4:00," and I'm like, "How the fuck?"
It's
Yeah.
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I?
that's usually.
I'm just going to interject
Go on.
because you mentioned talent shows, doing yo-yos and stuff like
What
that.
oh, come on.
You've brought a memory back, a childhood memory. So I was in primary school in a talent show once. And it
Were you wearing shorts?
no, I was wearing a full 2-piece tracksuit. There was me and two. There was me and 2 others.
Imagine.
and it was it was a dance performance,
Oh,
and
Jeez.
I don't know why or how this idea came about. I think I must have been like 7 or 8, and my parents drew a little goatee on me, gave me some sunglasses and a little beanie or whatever, and my name was Ali G.
Jesus Christ.
And
Well,
we danced to "Who Let the Dogs Out" by the Baha Men.
that's if you remember, it's by Barham. Did you do in the
mate.
talent show?
It was a talent show, not a competition, so there was no
so you
winner.
just showed.
Everyone
Yeah.
was a winner, mate. You won just by taking part.
Well, everyone is at 7, aren't they? I did it was called the M Factor from a village, thinking it'd be an M instead of M Factor. And I played Wherever You Will Go with a band, and it was so shit that we showed it to like a teacher, the music teacher, and was like, "This is our gig. What do you think?" And she was like, "Yeah, let's get rid of all the drums, and you can just have a bongo." And then I think she told me to like play less strings. She basically just told us all to just play less, just be less.
Make less
Put the
noise.
instruments down
Yeah,
and just
put the
swear.
instruments down. Stop singing and talking and playing, and just don't show up on the night.
I did a comedy sketch actually when I was 9,
Oh,
and obviously you're doing it to like at the time you were doing it to adults,
Yeah.
so it was like comedy that I thought was funny, which ironically is still some parts of this podcast, like talk about dog poop and stuff.
a major part of this podcast.
And I just remember looking at my mum and expecting her to like pity laugh or something. It was just nothing.
Just like
it
she
felt
does
so
now.
flat. It was so bad.
This
Didn't
must
you
be-
write stand-up comedy later? Because that was going to be a bit in this podcast.
I did go through a little phase of trying to write stand-up comedy. I did have some notes somewhere on some of the jokes. I think I remember one of them. What were it? Oh yeah. So Jess don't understand this one, and I think it's a banger. There's a way to do it,
This is going to be good.
but there is some sort of joke there. So it's osmosis is for people who can't handle their drink.
I can see where you're going with that.
Do you know what I mean? There's something there. There is something clever there, but I don't know how to.
It's
to
a
word it.
stomach joke, though, isn't it? You need to open her with a stomach problem or something. But I like it. I like what you've got.
Have you got something, Rob?
What
You
for?
said you had some trauma or some shit.
I went to Universal Studios, and my dad, it was like we were young, so he was like, "Yeah, we'll get everything." Mentioned that he's Scottish, don't pay for a lot, and we went on. I think it was Halloween, and and we went in like the daytime. There was like Halloween, Magic Nice Kid things on. And it was sick, and I think I'm about 10 at the time. And they offer him this deal, like, do you want a special Halloween day and night package? We've got a big night thing on. And he was like, yeah, sick, get everything. Fuck how much it is and that. And he told me before since it cost him a lot of money, so sorry, Bill, about that. And we get there, and I'm scared of everything, scared of horror films now. I thought this was childhood trauma, not childhood fondness. So, we get into...
Bring in the fucking food down. Go on.
And I got to like, I think it was The Ring, like some bitch on The Ring. We were in this haunted mansion, and she was fucking. There's this woman just stood, dressed up, doing the sound, just moaning and that. Bit weird now. I look back on it, very, very like normal. Everyone around me was like, "Get in there, what you doing?" But I remember just standing at the door like, "Fuck that." I've never watched anything like it since. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre, is that the thing with a mask?
Yeah.
So there's this bridge, and I know that in the park on the other side of this bridge is like Happy Town or something. And I'm like, I'll just get out of here wherever I am. Fuck off to Happy Town. I know the Flu Bride or whatever's over there is wicked. I'll get on that. And I can see it in background running, and I'm thinking, getting on that, sweet. Happy times are coming. Across this bridge, the bridge is bathed in smoke. And there's people with like actual literal chainsaws with the blades taken out, just fucking running up to folks, revving it up, and you just see him running and screaming. So I'm just looking at this bridge, bathed in smoke, and people just running out, screaming, and they're maybe chainsaws. And thinking, this is bad. I'm not getting to Happy Town. And I took about 4 steps across the bridge and fucking Chainsaw Boy. I'm about 10, and Chainsaw Man fucking runs at me. Anyway, never watched a horror film since.
I'm glad you thought it was trauma. Childhood trauma. Maybe we'll do that another time, and you can come back with childhood nostalgia.
Oh, yeah, but
Please don't do childhood trauma, please. Don't do it.
I think that's every episode of for Cal, isn't it?
Carl, have you got out to speak about? Have you ever spoke about it? I can't remember.
The only one that I can remember, like that I wanted to touch on, is I had my first car when I was about 6, and I think everyone else had the same first car.
Oh yeah,
The yellow
Fisher
one.
Price.
The yellow and red
Red
ones,
roof.
yeah.
Is it yellow with a red roof
So-
or red with a yellow roof?
Yellow roof.
Red with a yellow roof.
Red with a yellow roof.
Yeah.
Good car.
So I had that I was the proud owner from the age of about 7 up to the age of about 14. So when I was 14, we used to play like street racing games. So we'd all have like a skateboard or something with 4 wheels. Bikes were banned. And we basically like flew down the hill and we had to like push each other off like what we're in. So obviously me being smart, I was like, right, no one's pushing me out of this fucking thing. So I got the old car out at
They're
garage.
not the most stable of things, though, are they?
No. So I tried to get in it. I was a fat child, so I couldn't get in it. So I thought I'll sit on top of it. So I sat on top of the roof, and it was like 3, 2, 1, go. So we all fly down this hill. I see like a couple of mates, getting pushed off the skateboards. I'm thinking, I'm fucking king at castle here. No one's getting me off this. So then, as I'm going down, we're going faster and faster. The front wheels are obviously awful out. They were literally attached by like one spin.
Yeah,
Total shit.
it's not thick.
No, there's no axle.
There's no safety
It's
involved.
like free form. So they start free forming because I'm going so fast. And obviously, being fat, when you're fat on something, you go faster anyway.
Yeah.
Like it's just a
You
no.
get the
graphic,
rattle
innit?
starts.
Yeah, so I hit the curb, and obviously I had to jump off the top. But as I jumped off the top, because my legs were splayed out, I ripped my trousers from the crotch all the way up to the arse,
Oh,
and it literally ripped all the way around. So that is a bit of childhood trauma.
I was
going
gonna
to
say,
actually, because then
all the way through I was thinking, where's the trauma here? This is all very fun.
and then I just had to walk home, and obviously I had to walk all the way back uphill, and everyone's laughing. Look at his ass.
You'd brought
And
that.
then I walk in on fucking mini maestros, and people laugh and go, "Look at his ass." So, what difference does it make?
Life's
You
a
brought
circle,
that
baby.
not knowing that it wasn't childhood trauma. You brought that as a fond memory.
As nostalgia.
Yeah, that's Cal's nostalgia. He's like, I remember when I ripped my pants.
Good childhood years then. That will probably highlight my childhood fucking playing out.
It's a really bottom tier childhood if that's the high point for you.
Brilliant. Right, next up then, irrelevant news time, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Cal, hit us first.
Indian man killed by his own bird during cockfight.
Oh, I saw this. I didn't read it though.
Oh, it's brutal. So at first I thought it was like he's clawed him or something in throat, or it's an accident. A cockerel that had been fitted with a knife for an illegal cockfight has killed its owner.
Fed with a knife.
It gets better. The bird's owner was impaled in the groin by the knife as the animal tried to escape.
It's karma that.
So his cock stabbed him in his cock. How fucking brilliant is that? Some cock on cock action.
That was a cockfight.
Started off with some babes on babes. Now we've got cocks on cocks.
Poor bastard.
Isn't cockfighting illegal? He
imagine-
took his cock to fight.
No, not in India.
it fought him.
In India, it's not legal.
Oh.
Imagine being at Big Pearly Gates. Oh, what happened to you, mate? Oh, fucking chicken stabbed me.
Oh, where'd he get you? Well, you don't want to know.
Yeah. The animal was held at a police station before being transferred to a farm.
It's in the jail. Like, look, you're not getting you one phone call. I know what you want.
An actual jailbird.
Oh my
An actual jailbird.
This is good.
This story's, and this is on the BBC. It's not even a fake story. This is BBC News.
I passed this and thought, nah, there's no material in it.
Yeah,
Oh,
dog shit,
oh,
that.
what a mistake.
Those involved in the event face charges of manslaughter, illegal betting, and hosting a cockfight, so it is illegal.
I thought you meant the chicken. I thought they were going to get him done. He's in court. He's got a little suit on.
No, wait. Local police officer B. Jeevan said the animal would be taken to court as evidence at a later date.
What have you got to say in defence?
Am I being detained, Mr. Officer?
It's not the first time an owner has been killed by their cockerel.
No.
Last year, a man in Andhra Pradesh died after he was hit in the neck by a blade attached to his
Why
bird.
are they attaching knives to birds?
Now, was it a massive bird or was it a small man?
How did it get
How
up
did it hit in
there?
the neck?
Is what I need to know.
They can jump and that, can't they? Imagine.
Oh, I've gone red.
Surely health and safety says that you keep them a little bit away from your
You
neck.
just don't attach knives to them.
Yeah, if you've got a knife, especially, don't put that in your neck.
Yeah, you don't need that.
He's wildly throwing a knife about. Let me just look a little closer.
It's fucking wild. India is the Wild West. Like, that is wild.
What a story!
I actually think that's been my favourite irrelevant news story since we started the podcast.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah, that was an absolute
I've
banger.
been rolling about laughing.
And the fact that it's on the BBC and none of it's a piss take just makes it even better. Because it's factual reporting.
Not even found on like a stupid website.
You just said the BBC is factual reporting.
Oh God!
Okay, I'll take that back for the far right. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, far right.
The far
I didn't
right
mean to say
propaganda
the BBC.
machine aren't gonna like that.
Oh God.
So I kind of regret letting Cal go first because you and I, Robson, have to follow that.
Well, I've actually got a story about a parrot which is goes on to a chick, and the guy who owned the parrot was called something chick, which is a bit like cock.
You absolutely love surnames and stuff, don't you?
I just love a link. It's nominative determinism. Oh,
Right, so I take it you're going next then, Rob. Go for it.
fuck it. I've called it parrot news as well. So there's this British guy. I'm just. It's not going to live up to Cal's. I don't need to get your
There's
expectations
no headline.
up.
Whoa, come on.
There's no
I am.
headline.
Where's the headline? You just got to start
can't
with the
give it
headline.
you.
You've already done worse.
No, the end will give you it'll give it away.
All right,
It's one of those that comes around and stuff. You'll find out at the end. I'll tell you the headline at the end. Tell you that.
go on.
Britain, living in California, has a grey African parrot, right? I can't remember his name. It's like Joseph Cock. And the parrot is called Nigel. So obviously parrots speak. We don't laugh at the name. That's not even the funny bit.
No, it's just a parrot named Nigel.
It's a good name. It's a proper English name. Obviously, parrot's English. Guy's English. He's got a British accent. Parrots talk. The parrot talks like English. So 4 years ago, parrot flew away.
Right.
And apparently, there's some mad bird hunter who tracked down this parrot for him. Found it like completely different end of the state. And like brought it back to him. He's like, yeah, this is definitely my parrot. It's same colour. It's got the same like unique markings on it. Apart from the British speaking parrot now speaks Spanish and keeps referring to his owner as Larry.
So he'd gone off, had him send a bit of a Hispanic
Yeah, spent 4 years learning Spanish.
and then came back to Mr. Cock.
Then come back to Mr. Chick.
That bird's more bilingual than I am.
Honestly, he's made it. It's
It's
what a
depressing. isn't
mad
it?
journey he went on.
My mate had a parrot, and then his Staffordshire Bull Terrier mauled it to death when he was
Oh.
at work.
Sick.
My parents had a parakeet, but I think they forgot to feed it. They went away, I think, on holiday, and then got back, and it were in a cage, and they were like, "Oh fuck."
we've done a bad.
Yeah, they like to say they were training him not to eat, but he never made it.
What do you mean he weren't in the cage? Do you mean he were dead in
No,
the
I
cage?
mean
or
like they
flown
left
off?
him in the cage, and then when they got back, they were
Oh.
like, we should have let him out, and he could have got to the food. He was just fucking slammed around that cage and died. 2-week holiday it were and all. But a week they might have lived.
That's
but...
fucking animal abuse. I'm not gonna lie.
It's bad, isn't it? It's bad. They've never had a pet since.
Kale's budgies froze to death.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. Kept him in attic, and then one night it was just really cold. Window were left open, and they were fucking rock solid.
My dad had a budgie once, and
Completely frozen.
it flew at the little mirror, thinking it were a fucking window.
So between us, we've massacred a good 4 or 5 birds.
I literally keep cats because they can just do what they want. I don't have to look after them. That's it. No other animals for me.
Right, so my news story isn't bird related, which I'm quite disappointed about because it's been really good. eBay sellers.
Honestly, in the shade of Callum's, I just don't.
What's the
don't worry
point?
about it.
What's the fucking point, mate?
I told you it were a banger.
What? eBay sellers listing rare plastic McDonald's straws for as much as £5,000. What the fuck is that about then?
What's rare about them?
That they don't use plastic straws anymore.
Oh
They
my
use
god!
paper straws.
Get a grip, people.
Them tricolour ones, innit?
Yeah,
Them old
yeah.
tricolour straws.
Oh, retro.
So there's a listing on eBay. The listing headline is rare in capital letters with a couple of exclamation marks after it.
And then
Plastic.
some ones.
Plastic, because you let go of fucking
And it's always look with at instead of O's.
Oh yeah.
Look.
Rare plastic McDonald's straw still in paper. Up for £5,000, right?
Fuck off.
It's got free postage though. Just saying.
Get in.
4,500 appears to be a bargain to a few McDonald's fans, as one seller who priced their brand new, unused, unopened, and undamaged straw has supposedly sold 3 at that price.
He's selling them in singles.
So yeah, someone has sold 1 McDonald's plastic straw for $4,500, and they've done that 3 times.
Fucking hell! You got the funny bit there is some cunt bought it.
Some idiot has bought that, right?
So
I'm sure my gran's got loads of them at her house. She never froze
Oh
any.
mate, get it on.
you have got.
I'm gonna dig.
Dig, mate, get digging. So obviously,
Landfills will be flooded after this podcast. Thousands of people listen, obviously.
obviously McDonald's had a massive green drive. They banned plastic straws in September 2018. Before that,
But still throw fucking plastic toys in the wrapping.
Someone's done
meals,
his
but okay, go on then.
research.
before that, the company was actually going through 1.8 million plastic straws each day in the UK alone.
They're not rare. They're not rare.
They are rare in the sense that they're not in circulation anymore. They've been discontinued.
I tell you what, if you're a fisherman and you catch a fucking turtle with them up its nose, quid's in.
Get it pulled out, mate.
Kill the turtle, throw it away.
Quid's
Got a plastic
in.
straw.
Link turtle back into the sea, keep straw, done. Saving the planet, making money, easy business.
Winner.
If you actually find a Rolex on a plastic straw, kick the Rolex away. You've got a fucking plastic straw.
You've got the straw.
How's the gin going, boys? Rob?
I've nearly finished it. I'm going to be honest with you. Been a great time. It's just gin and all, something flavoured. Bang on. Either that or Whitley's or fucking premium lemonade. Tesco, get your 10 there. That's what I'm saying.
That's a good review. That
That's
leave
the
it at that,
official review.
Carl, what about yours?
Shit on my teeth hurt.
Why do your teeth hurt?
Fuck knows, it's made my teeth hurt. My teeth are on
There's a bit
fire.
of sugar in it, mate.
There's something going on, yeah.
Doesn't sound ideal.
It's not nice.
99p.
Alfie, you're not nice. You're not a nice person.
Fuck off, Alfie.
Your gin's dog shit.
Mine has gone. Honestly, the first mouthful or 5, it wasn't great, and I got to the end, and it still wasn't great, but it's gone. I think it was more like just something to do with my hands. You know what I mean?
What's the official review then? All right, shit, or good?
It was all right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go out and buy it again. But if someone said, "Oh yeah, do you want this Hortus pink gin and tonic?" I'd say,
You'd be like, oh yeah, I'll
"Do you
take
know
that,
what?
take that.
I'll have the Hortus. Yeah, don't worry."
I'll take a notice.
I'd shout a Dava Cadaver back at him. Hottest gin? A Dava Cadaver. Fuck off.
So obviously I've got a second gin. It's another Hortus gin. It is gin and rhubarb and ginger. Pretty sure you had something similar to this.
I had think that last week, yeah, and it's low on the rating.
Yeah, well, this is 5% volume. The previous
Oh.
one was 6.5% volume. We're gonna do a little. We'll do a little crack for you. We're not going to read about it all because it's just gin, really.
Mine were 4%. I'm not even getting drunk. What a waste of time.
And 41. What are your two drinking?
Pre-made, isn't it? Pre-mix.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
off
it's
the
a
can.
premix.
All right, I'll allow that.
I'll get it cracked for you, lads. Shit. Better than first
weak.
one, but
Shit.
still shit.
Worse than cows, that.
I like how we've become the fucking tin can
Love
podcast.
that. Love that. Right, so I've cracked myself a fresh one, and we are rolling into the best part of the pod. It's Turbo Virgin time.
We need a volume bit for Turbo Virgin time.
Turbo Virgin time.
Toodaloo.
Right. I'm going to start this from bottom to top because I think.
Oh, you said this week's good, aren't you?
Yeah, this week's good. Right, so a little bit of a backstory about March 2010, which is when these posts are from. I had something wrong with my stomach. I had a bacterial infection in my
There's
stomach.
always something fucking wrong with it.
Yeah. And basically, it literally fucked me.
You finally
So it
got
was like
laid, though, at
tiredness
least.
all the time.
You
what?
finally fucked someone, though, at least. Someone fucked you.
That was fucking shit, that Robson.
Well,
Oh.
don't even cut it. So I had to go to hospital, and I was in hospital for about 2 weeks, I think, while I did tests. So obviously I'm sat there and I'm posting it all on Facebook about me being ill, and oh my god, someone come see me, I'm ill, blah 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 blah. So I could go through all that, but I'm
So
not.
like-
I picked out the juiciest part of it. So on the 6th of March, wonders what the chance of him being allowed sweet and sour chicken from a Chinese takeaway being brought into hospital is tonight. Mega craving.
Hint, hint, someone.
But I'm pretty sure you've got a fucking stomach infection or something, haven't you?
Probably don't have spicy things.
The 8th of March. I cannot fucking believe it. The day they tell me I can't eat, they do sweet and sour chicken. I'm fucking done with this bullshit. I'm going fucking home. That's just fucking torture.
That's awful.
That's bad
So they
luck,
did
to be
sweet and
fair.
sour chicken at the hospital.
Yeah, they'd come around and give menu to me and gone, here. And then I'd read it and gone, oh yeah, TikTok box. I go, fuck yeah, sweet and sour chicken. And then they're going, oh, actually, you're not allowed to eat today, mate.
Oh,
Oh, so they let
Right.
you, they give you the menu and let you ticket and everything.
like that on Who
Yeah.
Wants to Be a Millionaire, where he gives you a check and goes, but we don't want to
We
give
I
you
don't
don't
want to
wanna
give
do
you that. Yeah, so I rage quit. I discharged myself from hospital.
Did you actually?
And then 2 days later, I went back into hospital.
Did the
Discharged myself. But I got out of hospital, so I was doing it. Bit of sympathies, like a couple of girls actually did come and visit me.
Cute.
A couple of friends-owned
Yeah.
girls. I'll just throw that out there. So I was kind of playing on the sympathy thing. And then I came home, and the first thing I did, I went to my grandma's and I got a walking stick.
for your stomach infection.
Because for some reason, a stomach infection would need me to have a walking stick. So I went to the pub like the next day, like the next night, with a walking stick. And like going, oh, I'm so poorly, like I can barely walk. What's wrong with you? It's just a bit of gastroenteritis or something. It's just completely fucks my legs.
But I can't walk. So I've got a really important question. So you discharged yourself because you couldn't get sweet and sour chicken. Or you could
Yeah.
get it, you weren't allowed to eat it. When you
Yeah.
discharged yourself, when you left, did you go and get some sweet and sour chicken?
I'll be fucking mad if not.
Yeah,
I think I did order
right,
it.
good.
Yeah, I think I ordered it
At
to
least
the
it
house.
was worth it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I ordered it to
Yeah,
the
I
house.
respect that. I respect that.
But the thought I was diabetic, so what they were doing was they were basically like letting my blood sugars drop, seeing what happens, and then giving me sugar or
Yeah,
whatever to
see
see
the
if that was what was
reaction
causing
and
it.
stuff,
So yeah, they thought it was diabetes at first, which I have no idea I haven't got at all. Surely I should have diabetes by now. So yeah, that was an interesting one. But I hadn't eaten for like 3.5 weeks or something at that point, so I just couldn't eat. Like my stomach was absolutely shredded.
Sweet and sour can't have
so
been
yeah.
good for first thing to have for it.
It's not a bad point, actually.
No,
You should have had like
That's
some
No.
toast or something like that.
Yeah, dry toast maybe.
Bit of porridge.
Glass of water, yeah, porridge and oats. Fucking noodles or rice.
Yeah, boiled chicken. Go on, Cal.
shout out and free pint at the new inn from the landlord himself. Feels like I've won an Oscar.
That's what you get when you win the Oscar.
A free pint.
Just a free pint from the landlord.
This isn't the part that's good.
Right.
The part that's good is all the comments
Oh, you
underneath.
got some comments though. That's always
Fucking
positive.
hell.
There's fucking 19 comments.
Wow,
on this one.
19.
that must have felt like you'd won an Oscar.
That.
So I'm just going to say the first names of people now. The Jess I say in this is not Jess that
Yeah.
I'm married to. It's a different Jess.
If you're listening, Jess, you know
so-
who you are.
Jess, I hate you all. Chris, oh yeah, funny that. Jess, yeah, Chris, pretty fucking funny that. And then Chris, I'm crying now, hope you're happy. And then I put, 'cause you ain't got swagger like me, Jess.
Oh,
Awful.
that's what Carl's got.
And then she put, I'm cool enough to get chucked out, and what swagger? I invented swagger, bumberclap. And then I put, yeah, and the old guy invented television, but Panasonic bosses him. Get on my
What
level.
the fuck
You
does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
You
Could anyone decipher that?
don't know, but you absolutely love telling people to get on your level.
It's a favourite comment in it.
What is your level at that age?
No
It's
one
not,
knows.
Autism.
it's not where I
Autism.
want to be, I'll be honest.
Levels of autism.
Yeah. Jess,
Over 9,000.
there is no level. Being in the know makes no difference in the game. Me. This is going to go on forever. I think we should just have it out like Biggie and Tupac. You out tomorrow night? Better have some mandems watching your back, bruv.
Oh,
Oh, you make me want to throw up.
you bad. You bad.
Then she put, I am out tomorrow. And then another girl jumped in and she put, shut up, Callum. And then this Jess put, haha, what a knobhead. And then I put, man down. I'm quitting the scene and leaving the hood of Gildersom a shamed man. I hope you're happy with the loss this will create.
The hood of Gildersom.
It's a little tiny redneck sleepy village in the middle of nowhere. And then this Jess has put, you never part of the hood of Gildersom, end of. So then I put, you dizzy bruv. All the kids that idolised me, all the bitches who chased me, not to mention the dollar from merch on my rap concerts, don't make me load the 44 caliber.
I like this cat. You should be like that more often.
I wish you spoke like that all
Yeah,
the
I
time.
do. Genuinely.
And then there's a 2-hour gap with no comments after that. And then I put, I hope I don't ever read my older Facebook statuses when I'm older. Quality bit of
You even knew
foreshadowing.
back then.
Oh, God. And then obviously after this, landed back in hospital.
Oh, because
Because obviously I discharged
Yeah.
myself. They didn't really argue back with me actually when I discharged myself. They were just like, all right,
they
then
can't
bye.
really do it anyway, can they?
Did you go in with a
Yeah, no, but I was.
Did you go in with a walking stick and they were like, you don't need a walking stick? What
You
have you
bellend.
got?
Thinking I
You've
was
got
fucking Dr. House.
You've got gastroenteritis.
Steady.
It was the actual thing. I forgot what it's called. It's not gastroenteritis. It was like a bacterial infection, but I can't remember what it's called. So the last one, So remind me why my bed is right next to a dementia patient who has a fascination with my drip. He's going to murder me before tomorrow.
Is that
So
drip
then,
as in like the drip, or is that the gangster word?
no, I think I had an actual drip in with sugar water, because obviously that's what they thought it was. So then some guy asked them to switch rooms, and then I put, fucking hell, halfway through the night, he decided to piss all over the TV. Why the hell I'm on this ward, I'll never know.
I'd love to see that.
So I remember this guy. He got up in one night, pissed all over telly, and then got back into bed. And I were alright with that, because all he ever had on were fucking Homes Under the Hammer and bullshit. So I was quite happy that it had gone.
I'd watch that now, though.
Good show, that.
Yeah. And then the next day, this knob came in that had crashed his car. And it was obviously his fault, and he was like bragging about how he'd crashed his car and stuff. He broke his arm. And he was like, yeah, I was driving and I overtook this guy and I was fucking speeding and I'd done him proper and all. He couldn't handle it, so he flipped me out and all this sort of stuff. So this guy's a knob. And I look at this dementia guy, and this dementia guy was literally just staring at him. And I'm like, oh, he's fucked.
What ward do you
gonna
want?
piss on
Was
him.
this a sitcom? What ward is
what?
is this? This sounds like a sitcom.
It's like One Flew Over the
Yeah,
Cuckoo's Nest.
they've been like, oi, put autism boy in with a dementia guy. This will be funny as fuck.
Autism boy.
An autist and a dementia walked into a hospital. Start of a joke. So he got up in the middle of the night, pissed in these guy's slippers, and then just started absolutely fucking pounding on him. Like, absolutely chinning this guy. And I was sat there going, this is brilliant. Like, this is better than being outside. I feel like I've got more friends in
This is a
hospital.
better
and I
night
don't know
than you
anyone.
had at that pub.
In the end, they transferred him because he got up and took a fire extinguisher off the wall and then just started spraying everyone with his fire extinguisher, so they had to transfer him. They were alright with me, though, so I went that first. Seemed to understand my plight already, didn't want to sort of push me anymore. It's like, I'll leave him alone. He's fucking weird.
Even the dementia guy thought he's a bit weird. Keep him out of the way.
So, ooh.
Maybe he was on your level, mate.
Yeah, maybe he was on my level. Yeah, he was on my level. He got on my level. Pissing on people.
Loved it.
That's it for
That's the end of Turbo Virgin.
Turbo
A
Virgin
good
this
week, a good week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just,
good work.
Yeah, just wanted a little bit of a backstory one.
Yeah.
There's loads and loads of the hospital things, but they were the
Yeah,
best bits.
smart. Right, how's it all gone? How's the gins gone? You're finished.
I pasted mine long before Turbo Virgin time got in.
That's a shame.
Red in the cheeks, as Carl would say.
Lovely. It's a nice
Mhm.
feeling. Carl?
I'm making a cup of tea once this is done because that's fucking horrible. I don't think it's awful. It's just, I get it. No, not even if you're an alcoholic because it's 4%. So just don't buy it.
Just remind us, what was it?
Alfie's gin. It's in Food Warehouse. If you ever pop in there to get yourself some
Don't
chicken
buy it.
fingers or some pre-cooked fucking. Have you seen the mince that they sell? Oh my fuck! It's like little chicken pellets or something. It's weird. When lockdown first started, I went and I bought 20 kilograms of dried custard from there because I was scared that we were going to run out of custard.
Is that an essential in your life?
My second gin is it's fucking disgusting, mate. It's
It's what?
awful. The Hortus gin, rhubarb and ginger, is disgusting.
Is it rhubarb and ginger, or is it your boy Hortus, though?
It's the rhubarb and ginger because the
Shit,
big gin
innit?
one was all right, but the rhubarb and ginger, that is awful.
Oh, listeners, if you're out there and you like rhubarb and ginger, don't write in. Just get a grip.
Yeah, if you like it, drink it, keep quiet. But that was disgusting.
We've not had a good week, really, have we, for
But
gin?
Robson fucking
I've-
loved his.
I've had a banging time.
Best
I never
gin
do.
he's
I
ever
never
had.
do.
Alright, so
though,
what
to
was
be
yours
fair.
then again, Robson? What was yours again? That'll be the gin of the week.
Gin of the week. We do a bit now. Hendrick's gin, distilled and bottled in Scotland. They've got a little.
Get
they've
on
got
that.
a little logo, but I can't read it because the bottle's tiny.
Here's the thing, though, right? Robson hadn't enjoyed his gin. He's just saying he liked it because it's Scottish.
And on that note, I'll see you boys.
On
later.
that bombshell, it's time to end. See you later, team.
Right, see you in a bit. See you later.